What's going on, y'all? I wanted to get on here and do a video real quick. Uh, Mainly want to talk about the revolutionaries. You know what I'm saying? I actually, not only like George Jackson, Fred Hampton, Black Panther. I consider like Dr. John Henry Clark. You know what I'm saying? Chancellor Williams and them. Brothers, the scholars. You know what I'm saying? The writers. That were. Dr. Ben, Joseph Yakanon, you know what I'm saying? Yakanon, Yakanon. I even consider, them revolutionaries, you know what I'm saying? And, because they was, through their writings, you know what I'm saying? They, fighting for our people, fighting for our people to know them, know who they are, the history, you know what I'm saying, of themselves, to know, so we'll know, our true history, so, I just wanted to get on here and talk about that because, the music like I'm doing and that I actually like is, revolutionary, you know what I'm saying? So, I just always said that, I think that, music, it has an influence, on people, whether positive or negative, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's by design, structural design, that, the music has changed. Cause I remember a time when, Public Enemy, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, we was younger kids in our days, we was wearing X hats and dashikis, you know what I'm saying? Then the music changed, the culture changed to where, NWA and them came out and they had everybody wearing starter jackets and Raiders hats, you know what I'm saying? And we was really tripping. We started, thugging, trying to be, hard and all that, running the streets and stuff like that, right? So, I just know that the music has an influence on people, and even, with my music, I'm actually doing a song called "A Million Soldiers," and I was, matter of fact, I was recording tonight. I was recording some things, so I didn't get a chance to save it like I needed to. But I'm just finished recording tomorrow. Just get all this stuff right. So with my recording. But I was just in saying that and just thinking about everything. I just think that we haven't, we haven't addressed that. Well, it has been addressed, but then I think, we have actually. I think we are kind of going in a basically a negative direction. You know what I'm saying? We're going in a counterproductive direction. You know what I'm saying, with the music. You know what I'm saying? And now, because of course, if you're not talking about, shooting another man, shooting another black man, you know what I'm saying, or basically denigrating women, or what I'm saying, just or saying that you will you'll take another man's woman. I mean, you ain't getting no radio play, like seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? You are denigrating or talking negatively about black people. You know what I'm saying? Or something in regards to denigrating women. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad it's like that, but that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, even in like my music, my songs, like I'm saying, like when we talking about, you got cats out here saying, literally in they songs, like, what I'm saying, one dude, he said his gun was like the KKK because he hate niggas. Black dude, I'm like, this is like, you got to be tripping. You know what I'm saying? For you to say something like that, like for real, that is not only is it inane, it is like you need to, so to me, like you need to suffer some type of repercussions for that. You know what I'm saying? Because when our people like really been lynched, you know what I'm saying, really fucked over, I'm just be make it plain by the KKK. You know what I'm saying? Then they've even busted police, officers in certain stations, certain police, um, offices or whatever around the country for actually where they had people that actually were part of the KKK and they was on the police force. You know what I'm saying? And you had, matter of fact, some of the officers were using for target practice. They were using black men heads. You know what I'm saying? For target practice. This has been like literally found out. You know what I'm saying? Actually, as is a fact. You know what I'm saying? That happened. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you know what I'm saying? For you to say something like that, man, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, and that's what's so crazy about it, is that they use the counterintelligence program under J. Edgar Hoover to break up the Black Panther Party. But they've never done anything to break up the KKK. You see what I'm saying? So even in that sense, even that's a racist, they use it's just racist, governmental, organizational tool they use. You know what I'm saying? It's racist. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have the KKK that has been killing people and doing things to people, in that sense, and the Black Panther Party, they were feeding children. They weren't out to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just up here lynching and, you know what I'm saying, running people, out the city or whatever whatever to take control of land, or, you know what I'm saying, by force, since they don't want black people to, do anything productive. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing nothing like that. If you flip it to where they were running white people off the land, killing and lynching white people, you know what I'm saying? They weren't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the KKK did that as a fact. That's a fact that they did that. But no program was instituted to bring them down. So it's racist within itself. That's a racist policy within itself, a racist governmental policy within itself, you know what I'm saying, to make a program, you know what I'm saying, basically the counterintelligence program to destroy the Black Panther Party because they were doing something for black people, to uplift black people. You know what I'm saying? So, it's crazy, man, that it even happens like that. But, just kind of like in that sense, you know what I'm saying, and what I'm saying, you have the music, and the music is influencing people in the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? Where you have different organizations, even in the music industry, you know what I'm saying? They propagate that. They'll put those artists up, you know what I'm saying? That'll do that. That'll talk down, that'll, talk about destroying black people, that'll talk about, you know what I'm saying, denigrating women and stuff like that. They'll do that, you know what I'm saying? Whereas now music, if you talking about, you know what I'm saying, being for the people and doing something for the people, your music ain't gonna really get heard. If you straight going hard on talking about, hey man, where these reparations at? You know what I'm saying? What y'all gonna do about this mass incarceration? You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing about actually, man, doing something to stop the killing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? To stop people from coming into our communities, you know what I'm saying, destroying our communities and actually, you know what I'm saying, doing something about, you know what I'm saying, the actual pandemic or epidemic, you know what I'm saying, with the drugs that has been really put in our communities, you know what I'm saying, purposely, you know what I'm saying? So when you're not, doing nothing like that, you're not trying to, you're not having, the industry don't want to hear artists like that, you know what I'm saying, because they want to continue to promote and put artists out that talk about destroying black people, you know what I'm saying, because you're not going to hear no artists talking about Killer Crocker or, fuck the FBI or the CIA that's putting these drugs in our communities, you know what I'm saying, which that was a fact too. It's been known, you know what I'm saying, the CIA, you know what I'm saying, been known to be the big time drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, and actually, put drugs into the black community, you know what I'm saying. And it was all for the purpose of destroying the Black Power movement, you know what I'm saying, coming out the 60s, basically, you know what I'm saying, that's what it was, you know what I'm saying. And it was known that, like Martin Luther King, the black family was his help. That's what gave him the basically the backing to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, get laws passed and stuff like that. Civil rights acts, laws passed for us. It was a black family, middle class family. You know what I'm saying? So when you see black men or whatever, during the 60s and 70s, being in families, and then you see coming to the 80s, drugs infiltrated through the community. You see so many black men get locked up, get on drugs, and taking out the home. Basically what it is like it's a war, on the Black Power movement. It's a war on black men, on the black family, to break that family structure up so they can't support a Black Power movement, a movement to help black people. So, man, that's why I said, like, I'm just with, I know psychologically, our minds have to be repaired, and reconfigured, redirected, towards something positive, because actually them brothers, and I'm not even tripping with the younger brothers, like I said, in music and that's, talking like that, because they've been programmed. That's just what it is. They've been programmed. Even me, I was like that. Like I said, shit, we started listening to NWA and all that, man. Back in the 80s, 90s, shit, we went crazy. With trying to thug and be hard and all that, we went crazy. And then the part about it is this here. Now you have, because people will say, well, you had your own choice and this and that, that was, they didn't have nothing to do, or, nobody can't make you do nothing, So, you had your own free will to do that. But when the music is propagated, when it's propagandized, when it's being put out there and literally, promoted, it's like, man, it's the influence. I don't care what you say and how you slice it. People get influenced. You see what I'm saying? By things that are put in front of them purposely. And also on a wide scale level. On a very like great level. Where it's like it's put in front of you. Purposely and through a medium, that is designed to get your attention. So this is all, this is all fact, This is business, so the music industry knows how to get your attention and how to target you, And they basically what they did, They targeted, youth, got us listening to the music, And through that music, basically like they say, you go astray. We just straight up went to the wayside, And through that music, what they did, they knew that young black men was gonna fall prey to it, and she'd start doing some of the things that the music was talking about, or trying to do some of the things the music was gonna talk about. In the process, get locked up. Some of us got killed, wholesale going to prison, like literally, man, And actually, it was found out that the prison system collaborated with the music industry because they knew that a certain amount of young black men was gonna go to prison. Trying to play the role of the music, or trying to, do some things they heard in the music, because they knew that influence was gonna be heavy, on a lot of our young black men, So, that literally happened. But I just wanted to come on here and say that, like, man, I just think that the revolutionaries, man, should get credit. They should get, a lot of, our, esteem, a lot of our support, and respect, especially for what they did, during the times that they would, actually like really fight for our people, man. For real. People don't understand, man. These brothers, and they knew they was gonna, like Fred Hampton. He knew he was gonna lose his life. Malcolm knew he was gonna lose his life. I could, like I said, even Martin Luther King, he knew he was gonna lose his life. These brothers was really fighting for us. Medgar Evers, just to name a few. George Jackson, he was like, man, I'd rather just go out, than live knowing what I know and you know what I'm saying, just accepting it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like, hey man, we just need to go and go to war, man, because it ain't no use of, you know what I'm saying, just sitting here, accepting this system, you know what I'm saying, when we know that it has done some of the things that it's done to us, you know what I'm saying? The things like, just slavery, like literally just that in itself, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that the system, you know what I'm saying, that it's built on imperialism, knowing it's built on, you know what I'm saying, somebody in imperialism, meaning oppression or suppressing another people so another people can or the people at the top can live, you know what I'm saying, they can live a life of leisure, you know what I'm saying, making sure the people at the bottom stay where they at, you know what I'm saying, and leeching, basically to me is leeching, you know what I'm saying, you leeching off the people so you can live a life of luxury, you know what I'm saying, while the people at the bottom, suffer or have to, or are caught up in basically in the matrix, you know what I'm saying, where the system, you know what I'm saying, gets you to operate a certain way, you know what I'm saying, so you will stay within that system, you know what I'm saying, stay within that rat race or whatever, you know what I'm saying, so it'll benefit the people at the top. So they like he knew that. He was like, man, for me to stop, I'm not doing it, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather just go out fighting, you know what I'm saying, and then stay within the system, and then I'm just getting, me, and I know, me and I'm getting taken advantage of, and my people getting taken advantage of. So, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I just think, we should give them a great amount of respect, you know what I'm saying, for what they did and what they left and what they tried to do, you know what I'm saying, for our people, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying, I just like to say hats off to them, man, for what they tried to do, you know what I'm saying. But I would say, revolutionaries die. They revolutionaries, they never die. You know what I'm saying? So in that fighting spirit, that they had, I think it's still within us. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of us, we've been misled. But I just think that our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, they come to us, you know what I'm saying, and they actually, impart that revolutionary spirit within us. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep, fighting, for the people. And some people probably would say, like, oh man, you tripping, you with this black stuff, you know what I'm saying, and all that, but not understanding. They'll treat you, you know what I'm saying, like they would the brothers that got killed, the brothers that got our people that got lynched, you know what I'm saying, our people that got pulled over for a routine traffic stop and end up turning to a homicide. You know what I'm saying? People that were, in the so-called judicial system that were given, unjust sentences. You know what I'm saying? Simply because of the color of their skin. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to know. That's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? You can't. They're not gonna judge you and say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? You a good black man, you stay over on the west side of town, you know what I'm saying? We know y'all, the black people over there, they good, they better than the people, you know what I'm saying, on the south side of town, you know what I'm saying? So now they're not gonna treat you like that. It's not gonna go like that, you know what I'm saying? Simply because you black, it happened too many times. Simply because you black, you're gonna get the worst end of it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the way the system is set up, you know what I'm saying? So, now we all in it together, you know what I'm saying? So, cause I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get the same treatment that they gonna give to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, about, just for the color of your skin, you know what I'm saying? Same like they did the brother that busted out his window, you know what I'm saying? Just snatched him out the car, literally pulled him over, talking about his traffic, somebody, I think his headlight or something was out or something like that. Wasn't even out. You know what I'm saying? They pulled him over, busted the window, and dragged him up out the car. You know what I'm saying? The brother literally just happened. You know what I'm saying? I think he filed a lawsuit against him, something like that. But just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the same. You're going to get judged based on the color of your skin, man. And you ain't going to get treated no different. It don't matter if you gay. It don't matter if you man, woman, straight, you rich or poor. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be treated the same. Because like I said, here in America, the system is designed to treat black people less than, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's designed like that, you know what I'm saying? And basically to survive and also, you know, basically make money off our people, off the oppression and the suppression of our people. You know what I'm saying? To build, it's literally the infrastructure of this country is designed to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can deny as much as you want to, but if you go and check the fact, you go and check, like I said, the judicial system, you know what I'm saying, prison system, you see the disparate sentences. You see it's more black men incarcerated pretty much than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Especially when what's so crazy about it is we're only 13% of the population, but damn near over half of the people in prison. You know, percentage in prison, like 50, probably about 65% now. You know what I'm saying, in prison. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just want to get on here and say that because, I just think that, man, we got to give, our people that really was trying to help us, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, the proper respect and accolades. You know what I'm saying? Because they was really trying to help us. You know what I'm saying? And they got took apart. Like, I said, programs to stop our progress, you know what I'm saying? And then people don't even know, like what John Edgar Hoover said. He said he feared the rise of a black messiah, literally. You know what I'm saying? So they was afraid, man, that somebody, you know what I'm saying, of our people was gonna come and really, man, help us and go and you know what I'm saying, help us or direct us in the right, you know what I'm saying, the right way. You know what I'm saying? Focus us in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? Get us to go in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? And really, you know what I'm saying, help our people. And that's the whole thing. That's why I said I'm not just up here talking. The whole system has been designed to make sure we stay marginalized, you know what I'm saying, as a people. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole system is designed to keep black people in a certain, predicament, you know what I'm saying, so the system can benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? You keep black people in a certain predicament so the system can continue to benefit, you know what I'm saying, and keep us in a certain status quo. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they want that to continue like that, you know what I'm saying, so they can benefit off black bodies in whatever form it may be, whether you're in the prison system, you caught up in maybe, even medical, you know what I'm saying, getting maltreatment or whatever in the medical system or industry or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even like I said, like with the police, being stopped by the police and arrested or detained or even harmed, you know what I'm saying? The whole system is designed to benefit off of our backs, off of our people, you know what I'm saying? And then I would say we're black gold, you know what I'm saying, to the system, you know what I'm saying, from the way it's set up, but we hadn't stopped it because we don't realize, like some of our people don't realize, or we never really thought about it. You know what I'm saying? We never thought about the 13th Amendment and how it says, you know what I'm saying, slavery is abolished, it's prohibited, except for the punishment of a crime. And so that's a loophole for the southern states, which is, like, I know for a fact, Florida, Texas don't pay nobody. I believe Mississippi, Louisiana don't pay prisoners for their labor. You see what I'm saying? So they're continuing on with involuntary servitude. You know what I'm saying? Through the 13th Amendment, and they knew when they was making the 13th Amendment, they gave them southern states a loophole to continue on with slavery. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call it modern day slavery, still slavery, regardless of what you want to call it. It's still slavery. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they did, and that's why I said, you know what I'm saying, it has to be understood that we, as a people, you know what I'm saying, we're one, and we're one, and it don't matter where you at, you know what I'm saying, we're one people, you know what I'm saying, because we're one, because they're gonna treat us the same everywhere we go, anything we do, you know what I'm saying, any system we're in. Like I said, I just said medical, you know what I'm saying, judicial, prison, you know what I'm saying, system. They're gonna treat you the same, you know what I'm saying. You black, and you're to be treated as such, you know what I'm saying, as a black person that does not have the privilege of a white person. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that privilege to be able to speak up or talk out or be just being intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have to know that, man, and we have to understand that, like, hey, yeah, we're when people say something about the revolutionaries, or they say all, the black stuff and all that, you have to understand it don't matter where you at or where you go or what you do, you're going to be treated like you do not have the privilege of a white person. And that's just what it is. You're not given that privilege. Now, if you're doing, and this thing about it too, like if you're doing something, if you're doing the white, I would say the white mainstream society's bidding, you're a football player, you're a so-called entertainer, you are dancing and, dancing and just, making the mainstream society happy, then, you got to pass. You'll get a certain pass. But then never forget, though, because I'll say what they did to Michael Jackson, he was trying to appease the mainstream society. If they did what they did to him, man, it just don't even matter. Because you see how he got treated, and he was the most, probably mainstream person you will ever see to entertain and, just, try to be in mainstream society and just be in that, particular, category or whatever, being an entertainer, that is, like I said, part of the, mainstream society and not being a threat. They did to him, man. It just don't even matter. It really don't. Like, it don't matter, man. They'll treat us any type of way. Then we're seeing the rise of issues right now. R. Kelly. People call him Puff Daddy. People call him Diddy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him. Did with Diddy. We see it with that. Situation. We seen it with Shannon Sharp situation. They tried to do it to Jay-Z. Who else, man? The list go on. I ain't even thinking like T.I. and them got, something's going on with them. So the society, man, is just like, hey, man, we're going to, and then if you try to deal with Bill Cosby, if you think you're going to get this money and you feel like you're going to try to change something, we're going to show you. We're going to show you still a nigga. Basically, you still black. And you don't get them privileges. You do not get the privilege to do what you want to do. Or try to change the status quo. Try to change this system that we got set up, over here. In the United States of America. You stay in your place, basically, is what it is. So, but like I said, man, I want to get in here and say that, man, I had to, say something about the revolutionaries, man. Say something about the music. I just, shout out to the Black Panther Party, man. The Black Panthers, Huey P. Newton, man. Bobby Seale, Bobby Hutton, Fred Hampton, George Jackson, man, all the brothers, man, that tried, Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, it's so many brothers, man, and some I'm thinking about, I can't even remember their name right now, but it's so many people, man, that tried to help us. I just got so much love and respect. Malcolm, Martin, Medgar Evers, man. Even Marcus Garvey, man. The brothers, they really tried to help us. Lost their life. For trying to help us. Geronimo Pratt, did all the time in prison. And the brothers trying to, Sada Shakur, Angela Davis, all the brothers and the sisters, man, that really tried to help us, our people, man. Just shout out to them, man. Much love and respect, to y'all, man, for trying to, for some of our, for y'all and some of our brothers and sisters that still here and some that, like I said, lost their lives and is not with us no more, man. Much love and respect to y'all, man. For trying to help us, It's not lost on me, the sacrifice. It's not lost on me. And like I said, that's why I want to get on here and say that, I just think that we, we're a great people. And, I just know when we come back to the fold, we come back to knowing, remembering who we are, it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's on. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to, you know what I'm saying? It's not about revenge or nothing like that. But we're going to rule the world, and like I said before, we're going to, uh, you know, put the world on its proper axis. We're going to put the, you know, the direction, and the, you know, the actual, you know, way of the world. We'll put it on the way it should go. We'll put it on its proper actions. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe it's our divine right to rule the world. We've done it before. It's another thing we don't know. We don't know our history. You know what I'm saying? In Kemet and ancient Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Our people rule the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had civilization. You know what I'm saying? They had science, mathematics, you know what I'm saying, astronomy, all of that down. You know what I'm saying? You know, all those pyramids, the pyramid building and stuff like that, that science came from our people. The golden triangle, you know what I'm saying? They were actually lining up the pyramids with the heavens. You know what I'm saying? The astronomy, you know, knowing the certain energy and spiritual energy, you know what I'm saying, that you can, you know, you can receive from the heavens, you know what I'm saying, by projecting your spirit in that, you know what I'm saying, in that way, you know what I'm saying, through those pyramids, or through you know, certain astrology, you know what I'm saying, certain movements of the constellations, you know what I'm saying. So you know, even in that sense, you know what I'm saying, I think it's lost on our people, you know. But like I said, when we come back to the fold of just knowing who we are, you know, and knowing ourselves, you know what I'm saying, we'll put the world, you know, we'll put it on its proper axis, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's our divine right to rule. You know, we've done it before, and we did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to oppress nobody, or you know, seek revenge on somebody to use them, you know, to put ourselves up, or use them, you know what I'm saying, to leech off of, or try to you know, marginalize, so we can benefit from that. We can benefit from them, you know what I'm saying, being oppressed or marginalized, you know what I'm saying, and set that system up so it can work like that, you know what I'm saying, because that's how it has been for us over here, you know what I'm saying, in America, you know what I'm saying, other places too, you know what I'm saying, that's just the way it is. It's been set up, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, you know, I'm gonna get off here, man. I just want to get on here and say that. Like I said, much love and respect, man, to you know what I'm saying, the Black Panthers, man. You know, all our brothers, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm, you know, Martin, man, all the brothers, you know, that try to help, Marcus Garvey, like I said, you know, just so many people, man, just all the other people, man, that really try to help. And brothers right now that's just trying to help now, and that's really trying to do something now, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, like I said, let me get off here. You know, just want to get on here and say that, you know, hope this helps somebody, man. If it do, you like it, man, sure, you know, like the video, you know, also subscribe. You know, subscribe to my channel, man, because I'll be trying to drop videos and, you know, provide some positive, you know what I'm saying, insight, you know, on things, you know, here, and, you know, every time, every chance I get, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let me get out here. You know, I hope y'all out there, y'all doing good, living life, you know, being happy, you know what I'm saying, you know, having life, having love, you know what I'm saying, in your life, you know what I'm saying, too. You know, but like I said, you know, I hope y'all doing great and everything. And until next time, love y'all. All right, y'all, till next one.